Hello everyone, it's Sophia. Today's video is brought to you by my student lounge because this is the only place that I can get to film it, which is fitting for the title of this video, which is How to Be Successful in College. I guarantee straight A's, but hopefully you're better off by the end of this video than you were at the beginning. For some background, I'm a sophomore at USC, studying public relations and advertising with a minor in musical theater. Some tricks I would use in high school and then just things that I learned in college that I was doing for the first time, because these classes are harder, they take more effort and more time out of your day than a typical high school class. My first tip is to use Google Sheets to organize all of your assignments. At the beginning of every semester, once I'm 100% sure that I'm going to take a certain class for the entire semester, I'm not going to drop it, I'm not going to try to switch out of it, I will look at the syllabus and just go individually for each class, write out every single thing that I need to be doing in that class for homework, or you could also write your tests that are coming up. And I just kind of organize it by date that it's due, the class, the assignment. I'll put assignment details. If it's like, so let's say the assignment is reading, the details would be what article am I reading or how many chapters am I reading. And then I have like a checkbox of if I've completed it or not. Once I've done it for all of my classes, I will go into, I think it's like the tools section, and then you click data and range and then A through Z. And it basically organizes it to where it's an order of what needs to be due first all the way until what needs to be due at the end of the semester. It's really nice, it keeps me organized, it makes me see like visually everything that I need to do for the entire semester, make sure that I'm not missing anything. Whenever a professor adds an assignment or takes something out, I will just go in and edit it. It's really easy. That is very helpful to not miss your assignments. My second tip is to have assignment goals you want to meet every day. I already have my Google Sheets. I know everything that I need to do for the semester, but I also need to know, okay, what do I need to get done this week specifically? And for that, I will use an app called Notion. Kind of just sign up, it's free. And I will just write out my to-do list of everything I need to do that day. So that way that keeps you even more organized because you have a goal at the beginning of the day that you're hopefully going to meet by the end. And then also just kind of makes it a little bit less overwhelming because you don't feel like, okay, I have to do 10 assignments today. You can actually split it up into however many days you can. So clicking off the check boxes just makes you feel like you've really done something, at least for me. Number 3 is to choose a preferred study spot. If you're a freshman, you can kind of figure out what spots on campus you actually get work done and which ones you don't. What do you like better, being inside, outside? Do you like a desk? Do you like just sitting on a chair? Just figuring out what you like. Sometimes people will just choose one specific study spot that they go to every single time that you do homework or study. It just kind of like helps their body immediately know, okay, like when I'm sitting here at this specific table, I'm just gonna get the work done. I'm kind of the opposite, where I get bored if I'm just in one place the whole entire time. So I like finding multiple places around campus. I think libraries can be good. It's a good starter place, but I don't know, I just don't really like the pressure of a library. I just feel like I don't really get to have a break if I'm in the library because everybody's just constantly doing something and I feel like I'm not productive watching other people. Number 4 is to get a drink or a sweet treat to motivate you. Sometimes before I do homework, I will get myself a fun drink. I can drink while I'm doing homework. That gets me excited because then I'm looking forward to having that drink, and then right as I get it, it's time to start taking out my laptop, doing assignments. Or if you want to use it more as a reward system, you can get your dessert after you're done with all of your homework. Whatever works best for you, but it's just like a fun little thing that kind of gets you maybe not necessarily excited to do the homework, but it'll motivate you to start it. Sometimes I'll tell myself that I can only have this drink if I'm doing homework. If I'm not doing homework, I can't have it. That's a little more on the severe level, but whatever works best for you. Number 5 is to block out outside noise or anything that can distract you once you're doing homework. I find that if I'm in a really noisy, or maybe not even noisy, but just like people are talking around me, I can't focus very well. So I have to have my AirPods, of course, or my headphones, whatever you have, and I just have to be in a really quiet place. I don't like too much talking. I can't pay attention. That's just what works for me. Also, sometimes my phone can be a distraction because I want to check TikTok, I want to check Instagram because I'm just so bored in the assignment. So what I'll do is I'll have my backpack or my tote bag, whatever I have, and I'll just put my phone in there and put the bag on the ground, and then it kind of feels like I don't have it anymore, so then I can't really go to grab it. Like, it's just more effort to grab it. You could just not bring your phone, but I feel like that might be a little bit of a safety issue. I just like bring my phone everywhere, so I feel like this is the next best thing, because then it's not anywhere near me to where I can just pick it up, scroll for 20 minutes, and end up just wasting time. Number 6 is to give yourself a break in between assignments. This is kind of like a reward thing for me too. If I finish an assignment that takes, usually it's an assignment that takes you maybe like 20 minutes or longer. If it's a assignment that takes me 10 minutes, I'm not really gonna take a break. But if it's something that takes me, let's say 20 minutes or longer, I will have 5 or 10 minutes, just go on my phone, take a break before I go into the next assignment. I just feel like in general your body needs a break anyway, so I feel like this is a good time to do it. And again, it's kind of like a reward system thing where I'm doing an assignment, I'm like, I can finally check my phone, or I can finally answer this text once I'm done reading chapter 9. Sometimes I'll be sitting with friends and they will do homework for hours non-stop, no breaks, nothing. I don't know how they do it. I can't. Like, I physically I need a break in between assignments. But you know, if you can go for hours on end, that's a great thing. I can't. So if you're like me, take a break in between. Number 7 is definitely harder for college students because everybody loves to procrastinate. I'm actually so type A, like I physically can't procrastinate. But this tip is helpful if you can try to get things done, or at least start things as early as possible. For example, if today's January 1st, you know, I have an essay due the 20th. Every day, try to do something, even if it's something small, but something that will help you complete the essay over a period of days, to where you have more time to review it, make sure it's actually good, rather than just forgetting about it all of January, and then come January 19th, you're like, oh shoot, now I actually need to write this thing. So maybe the first couple of days you want to do research for your essay, you want to get all your quotes, all of your, whatever you need for your works cited, your references. And then the next few days you want to outline and start writing your intro, or start writing your body paragraphs. So the earlier you get things done, the more free time you end up having, and then you're not the one person stressing and like having to do an all-nighter just to get the essay done. Number 8 is helpful for tests. So I always say review your notes every day or almost every day up until the test. Like before you even hear about the test, start reviewing your notes. Let's say we did chapter 4 in class. I'm going to go back to my apartment when my classes are over, and I'm just going to review my notes for chapters 1 through 4. The next time we go to class, let's say we do chapter 5, we do it, I go home, I review chapters 1 through 5 notes. That way every day you're remembering the information. If there's gaps in your knowledge, then you can look back and say, okay, wait, what do I need to know? What am I missing? What do I need help on? Can I ask my professor questions? Should I go to office hour? That's just really helpful, because then again, you're not just cramming a study session a few days before the test or the day before the test. You're actually just giving yourself more time to learn the information, remember it, and then also just less stress, because we have enough stress as a college student anyway. You might as well try to do something for yourself to alleviate some of it. Number 8, find a friend to do homework with if you guys are not going to be just like wasting time and not being productive. You know who the friends are that you can do homework with and who you can't, but just try to find somebody to do it with. I feel like it also keeps you more motivated and kind of makes you feel a bit more pressure to stay focused, not just scroll on your phone. And I just find like it's more fun because you can go to, you know, a coffee shop, get a fun drink, and then, you know, start on your homework. Or you can just kind of talk in between your breaks. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone, because you're hanging out with somebody, but you're also getting your work done. And if they're in the same class, even better, because then you can share information, see what they know, see what you know. It's just more fun that way. Everything's more fun with a friend. Number 10 is to do some homework during your in-between times. What I mean by in-between times is, let's say you have an hour in between classes, spend 20 or 30 minutes of that time just doing an easy assignment or just starting an assignment. That way, once you add up all of the in-between times that you have, you will eventually finish an assignment. It's just easier to finish an assignment than it is to have to start it and then finish it. Like, don't waste those in-between times. Yes, have your break in between classes. You definitely need it. You need to eat, and relax. But it's also helpful if you're like, you know what, I have time to kill, might as well get a little bit of homework done. And those are all of my tips for having a successful semester in college. I hope that this helped you in some capacity. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you very soon. Bye.